All right, this one here is about the Aryan Brotherhood and the DC car in Lum Park and how all the blacks came. I want you to see how we come together in the prison. Maybe we could get this popping and we could come together on the outside like this. All right, so sit back, enjoy the ride, and make sure you subscribe while the intro is playing. Hit the like button and notification. Let's keep this thing popping. All right. All right, unique Mecca audio, man. Let me take you on a ride. I'm going to take you on a ride to Lum Park. Let me show you how the prison look from the outside. I got all this set up, and I want to thank everybody for donating the Cash App. Remember, the picture with me on it on the Cash App is not me. Hit the logo. Make sure it say it was created in 2020. Cash App is on the screen right now. All right, now. So let's get this popping. So we out in Atwater, right? So in Atwater, it gets up to be like 115, 120 degrees out there, right? And those are the times that, you know, we go outside just because the sun is there. I go out because I like to work out in the sun. When I work out in the sun, it like does something to me. I don't know what it do to me, but it gives me that energy, right? I remember I told you about when I was out there doing the pull-ups on the bar, the little, you know, snow bunny. You already know that's a chick, you know what I mean? The little snow bunny out there, she looking, I'm doing my little pull-ups. I'm built like a gazelle, you know? I'm talking about nest sticking out. Yeah, I'm still in good shape at 60, but, you know. So, you know, we out there and everybody picked their own little areas in the yard, and it's a self-designated area, right? So picture that compound you're looking at behind me. So everybody got little areas. So you got the Bloods here, the Crips here, you know, you got the Netas here, you got the Serenos here, the Border Brothers here, you know, the Tango Blast here, and all the different gangs is spread out in the yard. But now the white dudes used to go to the far yard because it's broken up in 3 yards, right, in Atwater. They got 1 yard here, and that got the soccer field and football field. The middle one got the handball court and the basketball. And the third one has the baseball field. And each one has a fence and a gate. And you could go through either fence to go on either yard while the move is on. When the move is off, they close the gate and you locked in one of those respective little dog kennels. You know, whether you're going to play football, soccer in the first one, or basketball, handball in the second one, or baseball in the third one, but you locked in and you can't go nowhere until the next move. They do that so something pop off, because they know something always pop off, because these type of joints with men doing this much time, all the testosterone there, you know, it be bloodthirsty. You know what I mean? Bloodthirsty. So you youngins, if you don't like blood, you don't want to go to prison. So all that thinking that you're going to hit the street, you're going to do this and that, it ain't going to work like that. So now, the white boys, that's what we call them. So it's no disrespect to them. I'm just in my zone. All right, no disrespect to the Europeans, to my white comrades, because I got some comrades that I met. Like I said, Barry Mills is the one that taught me about, you know, that they're not racist. They just have white pride. The same way you have black pride, you have Jamaican pride, you got African pride, you got El Salvadorian pride, and you got Italian pride, you got white pride. And, you know, that's where Barry Mills broke it down to me as, so you understand, right? So these are dudes that was raised under Barry Mills, right? You know, they follow his teaching. And when they put down a demo, they make sure they put it down so vicious that you don't want to get in a demo, meaning demonstration, with them. Right, bloodthirsty. I call the white boys. They overkill. You know what I mean? They overkill. But one thing the white boys do is they keep their cars straight. Let's get this right. Now, meaning if somebody come there that's hot, you know what I mean? That ain't no good. You know, let's say he's a rat bastard. You know what I mean? And I say rat bastard because, you know, he done came there told everybody that, he never testified against nobody and he on man time. But then it comes out that he's a rat bastard and he don't testified and flipped and went to the other side with the government, and we don't play none of that. The white boys will go out there, and when they go and they start pushing that knife in this rat bastard, they don't stop until the tower shoots them or their arm gets tired from the motion. You understand? Just so you understand, right? So that's how they play out. So they're a vicious batch. But then you got the DC card too, So I'm breaking them both down, So now Barry Mills raised them like that, to say that when you kill, you go all the way. When you get in a beef, if you're not planning on killing, it's not worth beefing. So in other words, they don't do no arguing. That's how Barry Mills raised them, And, that's because it wasn't a lot of them in the system, because the system was geared towards putting us, minorities in the prison. So they know that they have to make a stand and make a movie, is what we call it in the prison. They got to make a movie when something go down. So now they got their table over there. Now, it's not that many of them, so they don't come out all the time. So now that baseball field is all the way up at the far end. Not many people go, so the white dudes go up there so they can chill out and have their little tranquility and they peace and calm. So that's why they pick the baseball field. But they're not always out there. But they'll do crazy stuff like this, right? When they call the move, a couple of black dudes would go on that side and say, all right, I'm going to work out over here in this corner, or I'm going to, smoke this joint over here. And, 'cause for whatever reason, they feel they can get away with it. So while they over there doing their thing, all the white dudes might be in the first yard. They normally don't go in the second yard, because that's where the blacks and the Hispanics be at. With the handball is the Hispanics, and the black with the basketball and the soccer field, and the football field. That's where the white dudes be at, because they got an alliance, with the Mexican brothers, right? So the white boys might be down there. They feel it's empty. They got a little table up there that they claim is their own. The move is on, right? So a couple of black dudes go over there, they close the move. Now they trapped in that yard. There's no white people on the yard, right? So now you got the black dudes will work out, then they'll go sit on the table, because that was the only table on that yard. But that's the white table. Remember back in, the 60s, the white only table, the white only water fountain, you know what I mean? And, that's the way it is in prison. It's crazy because the administration, they promote that, they promote that. So now they over there at the table, and while they sitting over there at the table, the black dudes, the move is on. So the move is on, and the white dudes, they come walking over there to that yard, all the way from the first yard up to the third yard, because they see some black dudes sitting at the table, but there's nobody even out there. So they'll walk all the way up to the table, and they'll see you on the table, and they stick their chest out, and they'll tell you, let me see. They tell you like, this is our table. So picture you sitting at the table. It's 115, 120 degrees outside, and you just need to sit down to rest your legs for a minute. And they sitting there, and he's like, this is our table, Okay, so what do you want me to do? No, you got to get up from our table. This is what they tell them. You know what I mean? And then the black dudes, no disrespect, keeping it 100. The black dudes don't want no problem, so they'll get up and they'll be like, all right, no problem, and we respect protocol, and we walk off, because we respect protocol. But we had some D.C. brothers coming, old heads from D.C. that came in that was there from, the Lewisburg incident when, they sent the kite to Lewisburg to kill anybody from D.C. when the homie got stabbed up and Big Red came up here and told you about it. So these are the white boys that come under Barry Mills and Silverstein, right? So they come up there now, and they pushing that line, So everybody get up. But now you got some D.C. dudes coming in, D.C. dude coming in, old head, and he's sitting on the table, and, they call the move, and the white dudes come from the first field all the way up to the third field, and they tell the older DC brother, this is our table. So the DC dude looked at him. He just got there. He's not into all this racism like this and white dudes being tough like this. You know what I mean? Because they've been putting in work on him and been beefing with him for the longest. So the white dude said, man, you're at our table. So DC dude said, yo, hold up, man. Come on, get away from me. And the white dude actually put his chest up and said it again. Now, What would y'all do if a man told you that you're sitting at this table, he got to get up? Put it in the comment. You're sitting at a table, you know that this is where they be at, but there's no one over there. The yard is completely empty. You're the only one in the yard, you and a homie, and y'all decide to sit down at the table because you got tired of walking around in 115, 120 degree sun. And here comes a white boy telling you, yo, you got to get up, that's our table. And, what would you do? This determines if you're ready to go to prison or not. What these older DC brothers, they go hard. So he told them straight up. He said, man, boop, 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 boop. And he hit him with a 5-piece. Drop the white dude. Now here come all the white dudes come running up there to assist them because the DC dude done dropped him. So now he done dropped them. All the white dudes come running up. Now all the black dudes come running up. Not just DC. I'm talking about the Bloods, the Crip, the New York, the Muslims. Everybody come up because it's a different race. When it's a different race, it don't matter where you're from, because if you let somebody do something to your race, that means that your race has no power. And like Barry Mills said, that's why this video is about Barry Mills and Silverstein. That's why this video says, you can't be faking. You know what I mean? Ain't no faking over there. But, so the Mexican brothers, they roll with them. So now it's a big old riot in the yard. Everybody's fighting. Boom, 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 boom. And you got to fight. Because if you don't fight and somebody see you not fighting and then it's over, then they're going to be like, hold up, he wasn't fighting. They're going to stab you up in a hole. And, and let me tell you how the hole work, right? Let me ride. Tell you how it works. In a situation like that, right, you got a big group demonstration where all the races is out there fighting. It's a race war, so we all go to the hole. They separate us. And then while we're in the hole, we talk about who did what, who did who. And be like, oh yeah, Kenny did this, and yo, Kenny had the knife, and Bob, yo, he hit the white boy, and boom, and he dropped him, yo, and then Raheem, got snuffed by the white dude from behind, and he got dropped, and we back there laughing, and then they'd be like, yo, but what did Johnny do? You know what I mean? Man, Johnny ain't do nothing. He was leaning up on the fence, watching what was going on. They'd be like, nah, he ain't help. So now if you don't help, this is what happened. So what they do is they rock you to sleep. So they'll be like, yo, Johnny, yo, come to rec in the morning so we can work out. You know what I mean? Now, Johnny go out to the rec. He don't know nothing what's going on. He don't know they've been plotting, sending notes under the door. They call it a wheeler. You know what I mean? Where I'm looking for something so I can show you how a kite is made. How they make the wheelers. You take something like this, right? You take something like this, you put a little hole in it, you put your dental floss in it, and then you put a little weight on the end, and then you sling it under the door, and it fly up the tier, and it got a paper clip at the end. The next person sent out their line just like this with the paper clip at the end, grab the line, put it in, and they put in the note saying that, yo, Johnny ain't do nothing. You know what I mean? So they put a line, say, nah, we got to get Johnny to wreck. So they get Johnny down to the wreck, and Johnny go down to the wreck. He don't know what's going on. He's oblivious to what's going on. So he goes out to the wreck. So when he goes out to the wreck, they get him in the cage and they confront him. They say, yo, what did you do while we was fighting? Now, I put my back up against the wall because I wanted to make sure nobody attacked me. And he said, yeah, but they was attacking the other brothers. So why you wasn't over there fighting with the other brothers? And he'd be like, nah, because, they had it in control. And next thing you know, boop, 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 dude gets stomped out, in the rec cage. And now he got a separatist from us. And he got to be sent to a whole nother jail. And when he go to the other jail, they send a kite. The way they send the kite over there is you're not allowed to write each other family members. So you send the kite to your girlfriend, and you'll put on it, Bob, and then she'll get the letter, put it in another envelope, and she'll put her name and address on it, and then send that letter to the prison and let, Bob know that Johnny's coming there. He went out like a biatch, you know what I mean, and didn't fight when we was fighting in the yard, and he on his way to your compound. So as soon as and he get off the bus. And as soon as he get off the bus, they don't wait for him to put down his bedroll. They don't wait for him to go in the unit. They just get to stabbing him right there as soon as you come out the main line. Because the main line is where you come out by the lieutenant office and the R&D, which is receiving and discharging when you come in and out the prison and everything. So as soon as you come out, they stab him up real bad. Now he laying down looking at the sky, counting the stars in the daytime with the sun out. You and I can't see the stars, but when you on your last breath, you see those stars. You know what I mean? That's what they tell me. Luckily I ain't been on my last breath like that in there. I done got mine. I already told you I got hit in the head with a lot. Boop. Welcome to prison. And got to give a round of applause to the dude that hit me in the head with the lock. Gotta give him a round of applause. You know, that's how real we keep it here. You know, relax, man, relax. But that's how real we keep it. You know what I mean? When you violate, you know, you get what you got coming, and you respect that. Like that. Let's ride. Like that mafia movie when they went and got the dude because he fell in love with the girl, and the girl wound up doing something to mess up the organization, and now they decide to kill him, so they go pick him up, and he's sitting in his, living room, he's waiting on them, and he's just sitting there in the dark, and here they come at gunpoint, they take him out, he don't even put his shoes on. You know what I mean? So he goes and they walk him out to the field, and he gets down on his knees and he put his head down because he know he committed treason by allowing this female to get in because he played the "but I love a dog," character. So they put two to the head, boom, and he's gone and he's welcoming, So that's the way that works, So that's why I say don't get involved in the street because y'all ain't trying to really live like that, right? So we gonna stop that. So now, whoop the dude and sent him out. So here go the dudes, the Aryan Brotherhood, they got their own little thing where they talking through the vents, and sending they wheelers. They call it kite wheeler, like a wheel. Whoop, wheel it down the hallway. So they do their little thing and they talking and then they talking about what happened and be like, but Joey didn't do anything. You know what I mean? I saw Joey. Man, I'm telling you, Joey didn't do nothing. So now why Joey ain't do nothing? You better off just at least just throwing a ball or a bat or even throw a jacket or a hat. Just to say, man, you can say, I threw a hat. Because you got to do something. If you don't participate in something like this, man, you're going to get punished. It's going to go on your jacket. It's going to follow you wherever you go. And even if you ain't got nothing to do with the beef, you still got to be a part of the beef. That's how serious it is in prison. That's how the unity is in prison, right? So while they up in there, they fighting in the yard, right? So we all get locked up. And I got to tell y'all about the Jersey car, too, because somebody called me about the Jersey car. So I'm going to tell y'all about the Jersey car, right? But I ain't going to tell you about that right now. I just wanted to tap in for a minute, give y'all that for a minute. Let me tap out real quick, man, because I got things to do today, man. All right?
Cheers. Toast the crime. Toast the crime. The crime. The crime. The crime.
Fresh out the can of 26, yeah. He back on the strip, getting back in the mix. Yeah. What he mentions a gift. You stand up 10 toes down, and I suggest you pay attention to this. Real. Take a little gully posse and put it in Harlem. He cut from the bottom, came up from the bottom. Drop the book, you should go and get it. The Instagram page and the YouTube, you could go and visit. Yeah. Then you could consider yourself LinkedIn. Real. Sit front row and get Jews from a kingpin. How he went through it, so you ain't gotta go do it. To not pay attention would be stupid. Talking about a man that probably put your grandfather on. Probably the reason that him and your grams got along. A man that generated millions on the block, did his time, never squilling to the cops, Mecca audio. Get it live like 2 G's in the 90s. Drop top beamer so shiny. I let shorty go, she was whining. Treat her like my past, she behind me. Spend a couple bands on the Dapper Dan. You be back again, getting green like a Packers fan. No cap, it's a raw in Uptown. They be horn Uptown, Dominican bust downs. Now we on the positive, we got a lot to give. Now he trying to stop the kids from being inoperative. So take heed, homie, lend an ear. He started in Uptown, he gon' finish dead. But now it ain't about selling drugs, buying cars. It's about buying property to make the community ours. So we can give back to the youth them, cause they the truth them, and bless up to all the rude men.